I'm curious what you all would think about actually mandating that teachers and students, or that school staff and students, be required to have the vaccine. The legislature has done that for other vaccines. Would you all, and we can just go through each of you quickly, would you support mandating this vaccine for educators and students? Dr. Weber?
Well, first, you can't mandate it for students because the vaccine isn't
Yeah.
approved for people under the age of 16. So, as far as mandating it for adults, I don't necessarily think we need to mandate it, but if someone chooses not to get it, then they definitely need to make sure that they're continuing to mask and do the social distancing and wear the face shield until we are completely out of this pandemic. But I would not advocate mandating that someone get this vaccine.
And Leticia Munguia?
No, I would not mandate it, Scott. I think that it's an individual choice. And I also know that there might be some existing health concerns that would help. The conversation needs to happen between the physician and the recipient of the vaccine. So my answer is no at this time.
Shane?
Yeah, no. And I think if you tried to mandate it, you just waste a bunch of time and energy arguing with people about it. The reality is some people are going to get it, some people aren't. Most people want it. And I have friends who they cannot take vaccines. They've had allergic reactions. And so they're hoping everyone else gets them. I think, I'm a parent too, with kids in high school. And I think the trickier question is, if you send your kids back to school, are you going to be able to find out if the teacher has had the vaccine? But then on top of that, we don't know yet whether or not the vaccines prevent somebody from transmitting it. So there's when we talk about science, and that would be like the actual research from researchers, not politically appointed people who are coming up with policy that benefits certain people more than others. The scientists are even saying, we don't know what this is going to look like in a couple of months. So to circle back on my earlier comment, subject to change when the new variants start hitting and we find out the vaccine works or it doesn't work or whatever else is happening. And I think we need to be fluid with this situation as opposed to just giving up and reopening everything. And I something to look at is check outside the United States how it's going in other countries too, because at some point it's not going to be a pandemic, it's going to be an endemic with certain countries who are not doing a good job handling it.
Yeah, thank you. Marco, would you mandate the vaccine?
No, absolutely not. I think it goes against the very foundations of our country. We're a country of freedom. I think it's up to the individual to choose. And yeah.
Thank you. Aramik?
No, definitely not. And I think in communities of color, there's a lot of distrust with our healthcare system and with vaccinations. And I think we need a lot of education and a lot of reassurance and a lot more information. I would not mandate it, but I would definitely encourage it.